I'm Joey Andrews. I'm running for the new 38th State House District here in Southwest Michigan and having a conversation with my friends Chokwe Pitchford and Rayonte Bell. And for those out there who might not know you guys, you just give a quick introduction, your backgrounds and what you all do.
Yeah, my name is Chokwe Pitchford. I ran for State House back in 2020.
I'm Rayonte Bell. I'm the current county commissioner representing St. Joe City, and the township, half the township.
Both Ray and Chokwe have lived in the area for a long time. I'm a lifelong resident of St. Joe. We thought it'd be great to just talk a little bit of local history and kind of what's going on in the community today. In recent years in particular, there's been a lot of struggle around what's going on with the Benton Harbor schools, their attempts to keep the schools open, get them back on their feet. For you guys, growing up in the community and kind of being a part of that, what's your perspective on that? And what was it like for you guys?
When I first got here, me and my sisters went to Creative Arts Academy. It was a completely different school than anything I've seen before, where a lot of the focus was actually on the arts. You still had the traditional education structure, but mostly what they pushed us towards was trying to find what skill was for you. We used to do performances 3 or 4 times a year at the Benton Harbor High School. Everybody from the community would come out. And if you look at Benton Harbor City now versus then, there was a sense of this tight-woven community back then where everybody wanted to see their kids on stage. And I think Ray will tell you kind of similarly in his story, we both ended up going to Countryside and not going to the Benton Harbor High School. And we still, even though we didn't go to the school, we still have this love and affinity for the school. Mm-hmm. And I think that just marks it as a cornerstone of the community more than anything else.
For me, going to Montessori school for a good 8 years of my life, everyone wanted to send their kids to either CAA or Boynton. And the fact that Benton Harbor started closing down schools because of debt that they were accumulating, and just the conditions of the schools, the fact that Benton Harbor was listed as, one of the lower rating schools of the state, it felt like we were being ripped away from our central hub in the community. But we sought a better education, and I'm grateful for that because I wouldn't be where I am today without Countryside.
Charter schools have a reputation for damaging, especially schools in Black communities in the state. But I think people forget that, at the end of the day, parents just want to send their kids to the place where they're going to get the best education and succeed. And that's in some ways what makes the charter school idea so complicated and difficult. Because how do you tell a parent not to send their kids to the school that's going to set them up the best for success, right? I mean, I went to school at Lake Michigan Catholic in St. Joe, and so I was never really in the public school system either. So, there was always kind of a sense of separation for us there. On the St. Joe side of things, the St. Joe High School is one of the top performing schools in the state. I mean, the graduation rate to college there is close to 100%. You have this, high investment dollars-wise in the school system, and then, 3 miles down the road, basically. I mean, you can just stay on the same road, essentially, and get to the Benton Harbor High School, and you have, the kind of the exact opposite situation. And for, being twin cities, there's always been that disconnect. I know that's something that, the three of us have really been working hard to try to break down over time. But, as you guys know, it's a history that goes back a long way.
Yeah.
So it's a lot to overcome.